And let us talk today about the preserved Quran. You know, if we go right now and search in YouTube, we will find tons of videos made by Muslims, millions of articles about the preserved Quran. The preserved Quran. And you know, for me, I do not really care if the Quran preserved or not. What I care for, how stupid the preserved Quran is. Actually, you made my job easier when you say this is stupidity is original. You will make my job harder if you say this is stupidity is not from Allah. So the Muhammadan, they have a lot of videos, you know, if you search online, and they are responding, I don't know, to me, to who, I don't know really, proving the Quran was preserved, a response to Christian. Interesting. You know, there is a Muslim website, just in one page. Just in one page. This is a Muslim website. And this is one book. And this is written by Imam al-Suyuti, which is Mimi Hijab. He mentioned his name in one video at least maybe 50, 60 times. How many times? At least 50, 60 times. All of those 57 times in his book. 57 report of corrupting the Quran. This is just in one book, and the name of the book, Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran. Like Itqan, like, you know, let us say translation, like to, you know, to learn so good about the science of Quran. If I use Google Translation, and I can do that in the front of your eyes. Give me a second. I will open another browser, Google browser, so we can use Google Translation. This is Google browser. The link, by the way, is in the info, in case you like to read it. Translate into English. Hadith mention, the translation is not coming really accurate, the corruption of the Quran. 57 report. By who? By Al-Imam al-Suyuti. The translation here, translating the word Itqan as imperfection of the science of the Quran. If you read from the first like one in the top, let me post the link for you first, so you can open it in your side, maybe because the text now is coming so small. You can open it in your side. Just be sure to open it in Google browser, and your phone can translate for you, or if you are using your computer, it's the same. The first thing in the top, it says, from Ibn Umar قال, he said that one of you, he says, I have all the Quran. The one of you says, which means in general, says, he says, I have the entire Quran. The fact he does not know it all. A lot of the Quran is gone. Do you see it? This is first report, second report, third report, fourth report, sixth report, 7, 8, 9, 20, blah, 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 blah. All of this is stories. All of those are report. I mean, the whole page is flooded with hundreds of verses missing in the Quran. In fact, in one chapter alone, if you go to the second report or the third report in the page, it says here, in the authority of a blah, 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 in the authority. As you see, all of those are people of authority in Islam. Those are not potato, tomato. This is not a guy in YouTube. His name is Mimi Hijab, and not the other girl. Her name is Lily Dawa. Those are people of authority in Islam. What they are saying? They are saying how Al-Ahzab was counted, the chapter of Al-Ahzab. I said it is 72 verses or 73. We say they are not even sure. He said it were the same as the chapter of Al-Baqarah. The same what? The same size of the chapter of the cow. You know, the original of Islam is a Hindu religion, as you know. And that's why Muhammad, he have a lot of things about the cow. So, how many verses are missing in one chapter alone? Even Aisha herself, she said the same. That the chapter of the cow used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Ahzab. And yet those Muhammadan, they go and they made tons of articles about and videos about the preservation of the Quran. Well, isn't it this is your books? Aren't they those your scholars? Is Aisha is a liar? Is Aisha the wife of your prophet Muslim Sunni? You know, the Muslim Sunni, they worship Muhammad, and anything slept with Muhammad is like holy for them, just because she opened her legs for Muhammad. If you read with me here, it says, Aisha, she said. Who said that? Aisha. That the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of the cow. So how many chapters we have right now in Al-Ahzab? We have 33, 32 according to this. He's not sure. But right now we have 286 verses in the chapter of the cow, unless you are a follower of what's his name? Khalifa. You know, then you have 285 or 284. He took some verses from some chapters. 286 verses Al-Ahzab. Let us see Al-Ahzab together, how many verses it is. This is the chapter of Al-Ahzab. We go to the end. Here it says 73. How many missing in one chapter? Why Muslims, they lie to Muslims? Why they are bragging about preserving Quran when this is the mother of the believer, Aisha, confirming that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of the cow. We have 213 verses missing in one chapter alone. Do we need even to continue with the proofs and reference? Do you see the hypocrite? Do you see the liars? Do I need to make a book? I mean, this is alone is enough. Look, the whole page is talking about how the Quran is gone. This is only in one book written by the Imam al-Suyuti, which Mimi Hijab, he keep mentioning his name to prove his points. If you remember, Mimi Hijab, he talked about the word kul. What the word kul? وَمَا عَلَيْهِ تَدُلْ. So Mimi Hijab, he keep talking about the word kul, and he called the Imam al-Suyuti, how he explained. He wrote a book about the word kul, just one word. So this is their Imam reporting 57 story, and each story reporting massive loss of the Quran.